I'm just going to switch my microphone on. I'm not sure what's going to come out my mouth, but this is my truth. We've done a video on Respect Shaman King on the channel. It's one of our first videos and we are really proud of it because Shaman King deserves respect. The author is royalty. He made a comic with Stan Lee about a mechanical boy fighting. He was working with the creator of One Piece, Ichiro Oda, as assistants of Rurouni Kenshin. He introduced a story that is Shaman King that was tackling the notions of good and evil in ways that has never been tackled before, and I can argue hasn't been tackled properly since. It was standing shoulder to shoulder with the big three, the Bleaches, the Narutos and the One Piece in that 2001 to 2004 era. Shaman King is revered as one of the great manga, and for that reason it deserved respect. The characters it introduced, the world that it laid out, and the ecosystem that it built, the universe is vast. Shaman King is amazing. And then the Shaman King 2021 anime came about, and that's gonna adapt the 300 chapters of Shaman King into anime format. A Shaman King fan's dream, because there was a 2001 anime adaptation, but that became anime only halfway through. So half of the manga was not adapted. There's so many characters and so many concepts and stories that was not adapted for the anime. We finally got that. We had characters such as Matamune making their anime debut, and arcs which are revered and classified as one of the best or some of the best in manga, such as the Osorazan arc, finally adapted for anime consumption. So what's the problem? The problem is that the Shaman King 2021 anime, it felt like it's not respecting Shaman King. The voyage, the massive, the grandiose, the universe, the real jewel that is the Shaman King universe. Now that is big of me to say, and I'll try to go into as much detail as my idiotic head can allow. There are two camps that I've noticed from the comments and just from general commentary within Shaman King, within the fandom. And there are two extremes. One extreme is people latching on to the nostalgia that is 2001, or just general nostalgia, whether they read the manga throughout or not, and them looking at this 2021 version in such distaste and such displeasure, thinking that it looks mediocre, it looks very average, and they actually prefer the 2001 version. And the other camp is a good portion of Shaman King hardcore fans who are very grateful that they're actually getting an adaptation of the manga chapters that were not adapted. So again, seeing Matamune, seeing these arcs and much more to come, they're just happy that the manga panels are being adapted to the anime. So it's more eternal gratitude rather than the others who are more so, they're not satisfied, eternal dissatisfaction. And the problem with both of those opposing ideologies is that I reckon that they ignore this middle ground between 2004 and 2021, this 17-year-ish gap where the bar of what is a good anime or what is a good manga has completely changed. It's not the same as it was in 2002 or 2003. It really isn't. Shaman King was rubbing shoulders with the big boys 20 years ago, but 20 years is a long time. Look at the rise of Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer, and even My Hero Academia. Do they have a better story? Is that the reason why they're so popular? Yeah, they do have a great story, but I would argue that the story of Shaman King is just as good. The nuance within the characters and the way it tells its story is, to this day, unmatched, and you could say it is rivaled through other shows, but that's completely subjective and up to your opinion. So why is it that Jujutsu Kaisen, the Demon Slayers and the My Heroes are doing so well, and why is it that this 2021 version is not doing so well? And whether you want to argue statistically and in terms of numbers, or you want to argue that, hey, I'm enjoying it, well, that's fine. If you enjoy it, that is completely fine. But a lot of people are not enjoying it, or a lot of people were expecting so much more. They expected it to respect the universe that has been created, that is Shaman King. The way the director even said it, he said it very bluntly. The reason why they were adapting the 300 chapters of Shaman King into 52 episodes was We're in an age where we need to just hurry up. We can't be chilling. We can't be given 10 odd filler episodes and then one decent episode which then moves the story. Those times have come and they've gone. It's a different world and a different level of consumption. Look at how popular TikTok and YouTube Shorts are. Our attention span is scary in how low it is. If we don't like it, we move on. So this approach is understandable from that point of view. But we have to remember that this is a fighting manga, and people want to argue that no, Shaman King isn't about the fights. I'm sorry, the second half of the manga is purely fights, and you utilize the stuff that have been established, the character nuances, the way they work, the quirks of their interactions and history to flesh out and only add to the fight. The fights are used as vehicles to tell a story. So yes, although the fights might not be as important to a certain character than certain people may think, the way we get to a destination is usually through the fights. We have a lot of learning, a lot of character development from the fights themselves. An example I can give is the fight between the Golem and Joko. We understood why that's so important, and then we saw the strife and the struggle, the internal struggle between these characters and how they're trying to resolve their character flaws, how they're trying to finish their character arc, and it tends to end with the crescendo that is the fight. But look, people might disagree with that, and that's completely fine. But the fighting is what tends to break the internet. What Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer and My Hero all have in common, in addition to their success and breaking through to the Western and even Attack on Titan and breaking through to mainstream media, is that they broke the internet during their respective airing periods. I can still remember episode 19 of Demon Slayer, how it broke the internet, why it made me check out the series. I saw the clip, millions and millions of views of Tanjiro slashing the neck of that demon, and the animation, the music, they're all married together perfectly to create a moment of history. You look at the moment of history that was created by My Hero Academia with All Might punching the Nomu, and then Jujutsu Kaisen being just beautiful. Now, you might think I'm leaning towards, oh, the anime has to be good looking and such. Yes, it has to look good. Listen, we can ignore, if we want to be selective, we can ignore the fact that, oh, we have the manga only, so why does the anime matter? The main driving force is an anime to sell manga, is an anime to put eyes towards a manga, or more importantly, people like to see stuff adapted. Yes, I am not so happy with the anime adaptation, the 2021 Shaman King anime. And if I want to, I can always fall back on the manga. And that is the argument that one extreme will say, listen, no, you got the manga, so who cares? We're just grateful that it's actually been adapted. But why are you doing that? Why are you resigning yourself to have such a low bar of satisfaction? I understand you're happy that it's just being adapted, but show some love, show some pride to how much Shaman King means to everyone. Shaman King is a giant. Shaman King is a behemoth. It deserves respect, and for that reason, it deserves the best anime adaptation. There was a comment left by a fella called the Northern Wind onto one of the more recent videos of Shaman King, and he said, I feel kind of shit because the adaptation of the Osorazan felt like that's going to be the peak of animation, and that kind of makes me sad because now I'm not as excited. In terms of if that is the best music and animation that can marry together to tell a moment, the latter portions of Shaman King, crap, if they're not going to be told in an exciting way. I want Shaman King to break the internet. I want it to tell everyone, oh, listen, we are Shaman King. Do you guys remember, or if you don't, search it on YouTube, the trailer for Shaman King? It had around 1 million views in the space of like a day or two. It was crazy. You had a lot of people talking about the nostalgia, talking about their love of Shaman King. Nostalgia is not a bad thing. Nostalgia drives the older consumers to pour money into the series and therefore progress and not improve but enlarge the series and its reach. Yes, Netflix is taking on Shaman King, but What's the point of having an anime that is going to be presented on Netflix if it doesn't break the bloody internet, if it doesn't look amazing? And yes, Shaman King 2021 has had a few moments which it looked crazy, such as how burning Lily Lara, and that looked amazing, but we need more. We need an overall standard to be higher. Look at Bleach. Bleach is returning after almost a decade out of the scene, and it's returning in what way? Because there was a portion of the manga that was not adapted, the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, and they're just starting from that. They don't really give a crap on retelling the whole story. Why couldn't the Shaman King anime carry on or use that approach? Why couldn't we start this anime from the Traveling Through America arc? In that sense, it gives us more space to, if you only have 52 episodes, to adapt properly the rest of the chapters without it feeling rushed, without it feeling hollow. And this isn't me, as much as it may seem that it's me shitting on the anime, and maybe that's the video for after the anime ends, because you can't cast full judgment until that stage. What I'm saying is, as fans, why are we settling for less? As fans, why are we not parading and waving the flag of Shaman King to tell everyone, listen guys, you guys need to check this out. We shouldn't be gatekeeping. We shouldn't care about other people coming into the fandom. We should welcome them with open arms. Check out this Shaman King world, because even in this world of Shaman King, there's more spin-off manga which are just amazing. We need to welcome people in, but by doing that, we should also have that bragging right of saying, oh, by the way, look at this moment, or check out this moment. The ways that I showed people or try to get people into, let's say, a One Piece as a medium to get fans in is by showing them some of the greatest moments. And a lot of the times, the greatest moments are animation showcases, like masterclasses of animation, which marries the visual, the auditory, and just the acting all together to a perfect little cake. And you bite and you get everything, and you're like, wow, I need to check this out. And that's what those animes such as Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan all have achieved in a relatively short period of time, because they're quite new. Yes, they're seasonal anime, but they only existed a couple of years ago, and this is where Shaman King really needs to, I don't know, pick up his pants and just start walking. The anime adaptation does not command respect, and we are not respecting Shaman King as a brand because we are settling for less. To those two factions, to the nostalgia people and to the people who are just simply grateful, what my message to you lot is, nostalgia lot, it's okay to drop Shaman King. Honestly, it's okay. It's okay to not watch it again. I know plenty of people who have dropped it after a couple of episodes and they decided this isn't for me. What's not okay is latching onto it in just for the means of critiquing it and shitting on it. Critique it is fine. It's fine, but shitting on it and ridiculing it, it doesn't do anyone any favors. And it then butts heads with the other faction who are saying, no, I'm enjoying it. Do not push your subjective view as a means to invalidate someone else's opinions or enjoyment or how they are digesting the series. And that is what we just need. As a fandom, we need that 100% hyogatai. We need that 100% integration amongst ourselves. We should all be on the same page. We should understand that Shaman King deserves respect, and although what's done is done, we can't change the production and such. Let's not use strawman arguments. Let's not use crappy justifications as to why we are accepting low quality, such as maybe they never had time. Well, they had 17 years to plan. Maybe they never had the resources. Well, Shaman King is a big brand. Why would you settle for less? Shaman King should be breaking the internet every other day with each and every one of these episodes, because there are great scenes within these manga panels that are being adapted. If the others can do it, why can't it? But it's already too late, because again, production is finished. I just feel like the 2021 series does not command the respect that it should. Am I enjoying Shaman King 2021? Yeah. Am I enjoying it to the level that I expected upon its announcement? No. I'm older. I've watched a decent amount of anime, and it doesn't have to be anime. Cartoons, TV shows, movies. My ability to connect, or a show's ability to connect to my heart and make me emotive, to affect my emotions, to have an emotional response from me from sad to happy, the bar has gone higher. Because again, I've gone older, I've experienced life more, and I've seen other shows which have informed my level, my tolerance. Shaman King needs to increase the quality because all of it is there. The potential is there in the manga, and they need to adapt it using music, using animation, using great acting to achieve that. And it just might do that. But we're going to revisit that after the show has ended. So that was me rambling. Apologies for that. I just wanted to get things off my chest. Just turn the mic on and just talk without really any direction nor script. I hope I was able to convey my thoughts and feelings to a decent capacity to all of you lot. You might slaughter me in the comments down below, which is fine. I welcome the negative, the positive comments, because this is the Shaman tribe. We respect every person that comments and watches our videos. Genuinely, we're not going to treat you like some fanboys and girls who just want to hear bad news or good news and stroke your egos. We're going to have a dialogue like adults. Here's my view. What's your view? Fair enough. I understand. I'm more than happy to change my views because I can then learn something from you lot. And that's what I encourage. So I hope that is the case. Enjoy the rest of your day and subscribe to the Shaman tribe.